I'm Omar Escobar. I'm running to be your district attorney for Starr County, Duval, and Jim Hogg counties. Okay, I'd like to address a couple of points that I noticed since November 5th, and I'm going to direct this to a post that was actually put out by Norberto Cantu regarding the double murder of the two ladies from Rio ISD back in 2016. Now, the reason I find this particularly important and I want to talk about it is because it seems all connected in one way or another to the Chase Olivares case, but for all the wrong reasons. And I find it particularly disturbing, if not disgusting, that in the middle of a trial in which the defense attorneys made the death of those two ladies their central defense, as though somehow the death of those ladies and the fear that permeated this county somehow justified the killing of Chase Olivares, and that was their major part of a major part of their defense. And so when we look at this, and I look back at this particular trial, when I look at the post by Norberto Cantu, I ask myself, what was Norberto Cantu's reason for posting at this particular time that post? In light of the fact that the defense was making that the central part of their case. And the irony is that these particular acts, that is, the murders of these two women, would be used to justify another murder of all things. So that takes me to Dr. Cantu, Norberto Cantu. Norberto Cantu posted that he feels that somehow or another he was duped, but more importantly, he says that one of his major regrets was in conducting an audit that he feels led to the deaths of these two women. Now, I'm going to ask and challenge Dr. Cantu, Mr. Cantu, to bring forth the evidence that he says links this audit to those two murders. Because, now here's what's interesting. You see, a major part of this audit, as Mr. Cantu remembers, was actually Leo Lopez. Leo Lopez was a major part of this audit. So was J.J. Aguinaga. So was Liberty Solutions, including our current superintendent, Vilma Garza. And so when Norberto Cantu says that somehow this particular audit led to the deaths of these two ladies, I'm going to challenge him to bring forth the evidence in which he's linking that audit to those murders, because he put it out publicly. And the problem is that while the defense was making it a part of their defense, Norberto Cantu goes public and talks about these two ladies. How do we know that the people of Hidalgo County did not go to his social media page, look at his page and say, you know what? The defense may be right. Here we have Norberto Cantu lending credence to what Rick Salinas and Danny Garcia are saying. And so I find, again, that post particularly troubling and the timing very, very curious and suspicious. So now I'm going to challenge Dr. Cantu. Bring forth your evidence. And I'd like for him to answer this question for us. Who is it in that audit that he's accusing of being involved in the murders of those two women? Is it the main perpetrators of that particular audit or the main players of that audit? Now, if you remember, Dr. Cantu, in the answer to the famous ¿Qué más quieres, Gocha ad, Gocha responded in the lead up to the 2014 elections. And in that particular ad, he uses this language. He says, it doesn't take a genius to figure out who made the money on construction. Well, as I recall, the persons that we were all discussing at that particular time to have had the largest interest in construction cases was Leo Lopez, or am I wrong, and JJ Aguinaga? Were they not the persons that were the main parties to that audit? So who exactly are you accusing, Norberto Cantu, of being involved with the murders of these two ladies? And I'd like for you to bring forth the evidence.